Rightio, folks. Cam Hawkins here from 52 Traders Podcast. How are we all doing out there in the world of the internet? It's myself here, Andre Stewart, who's been on the podcast before, who some of you probably know. Looks like we've got a good number of people on the call at the moment. We've had a few technical issues, as you do sort of get with these things. I think I've had technical issues on almost every single one of these ones that I've done. I did one last week. Actually, it went smoothly for a change, although there is that sort of little hiccup in the background that always happens at the start. And so Andre's now sort of rapidly trying to get himself up with another account that he can, a chart that he can show you on the screen in a second and talk through some of the stuff. So hi, Peter. Hi, Dave. Thanks for coming on board. Looks like we've got a good number of people in here. So we're going to have a good show. We're going to talk about reading the mind of the market. I've been busy doing lots of interviews in the last couple of days, and I'm going to put one out tonight on the show. So stay tuned for that. It's a doozy. It takes a little while to get going, but once we do, it really gets into it and a great story. So Shahandra, is it pre-recorded? I hope it is, but as I said, we've been having some technical issues, so I do recommend staying on the call if you do want to pick up the whole thing and not miss anything, because we've been having some issues getting stuff set up, but it looks like it's good now and we should be good to go. So where is everyone from? So we've got a large number of people here, which is great. Where are you from? Tell me, which country are you from? I want to see how far we've sort of spread this. We happen to have quite a few Australians in the community over there at Chart Artist Trading. And I think it's heavily weighted to Aussies, isn't it, Andre? You must have quite a few sort of calls with Australians. Is that right?
Yeah, there is. It's a good amount.
Poland, Rafael from Poland, Peter from England, Dave from USA, Ulrich from Denmark, England, Louise from South Africa, Max from Australia. Who else have we got here? Someone I missed. Lennon from. Oh no, Lennon's just said hi. Cool. Robert from Canberra in Australia. Never been there. I might actually sort of go there one day because it's on the way to Singapore for us now. And Baz from England. Hello, Barry. Baz. I have no picture and no sound. Is this the start already? Yes, it is. You should be able to see us on the screen. If you can't, can everyone see us first off? And I'm guessing that everyone can hear us because you're putting your countries in there. So can everyone see us? Lennon, there might be some settings you might need to change on your machine to have a look, or just reconnect, hit refresh, and you'll get in there. So we've got someone from Lanar. I'm not very good with names, I've got to say. From Nigeria. Yep, everyone can see us and hear us. Great. Okay, so we're going to get on with the presentation in a second. So, Andre.
Yes.
How are you getting on there? Have you got a chart for us up?
I'm struggling a little bit, but actually, the problem is my platform just froze.
Okay, you MetaTrader platform, or you?
Yeah, it just froze. So I'm quitting it, and I'm getting it back up right now.
Okay, cool. Well, should be there in a second. What else can I tell you guys while we're waiting? Well, look, I've done 3 interviews just in the last 24 hours. No word of a lie. I've just been literally throwing them out there. And the irony is these guys all seem to be the same in terms of the path that they've taken. And you're going to hear that in the coming weeks. So before I sort of talk about those in a little bit more detail, can you guys tell me how many people here are actually have listened to, okay, how many episodes of the show do you think you listened to? Can you put that in the comments? So how many episodes of 52 Traders have you listened to? I want to see how sort of committed this audience is, and it's growing by the second here. How many episodes of 52 Traders? Or if you've never heard it before and you've somehow found this podcast, then found this webinar, then chuck it up there and let me know that you haven't really heard of it before. Ian has done one. He's done one episode. You've got a lot to go, mate. There's over 130 in there now, as of today. 50 plus, 52. Well done, Jay. You've hit the magic number. 25, 64. Dave, he's winning there. 64. Be honest, guys. Don't just lob something in. Max has got 68. How these guys know how many numbers, I don't know. There's a lot of good episodes in there, guys. Come on, 68. You've got to listen to more than that. Trust me. There's some great episodes. And I've got a survey coming out in actual fact, I'll send out a link to it today because I want to get your feedback on a few things. So I've got a survey coming out asking you about a whole bunch of stuff that I've got planned for 2018. I'm here now at home and I've got time to do more stuff. So I've got to fill up my day with something. If it's not reading the charts and studying on the trading side, it's what can I do with 52 traders? So, guys, stay tuned for that survey. It's coming out soon. Andre, you look like you're getting a bit more relaxed into it. You got a platform up there for us.
Did it look that bad?
You look like you were struggling a bit there.
Well, I'm actually proud of myself for not cursing, so I guess we're good to go. But you know me, I curse like a sailor, so.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Right, you're ready. Right, let's get into the presentation today. So, do you want to talk to the guy? Tell the guys what you're gonna talk about.
So pretty simple stuff today, guys. I'm just gonna show you why one, breakout trading doesn't work. Two, how to understand what's going on in the here and the now. And everything that I show you, you have to be able to master live. Like you have to be able to sit at a chart, sit on your hands, and say, okay, I need to wait for some kind of a reaction. Everything I show you, you have to literally be able to do this live. I'm going to show you a couple of different things, how I've changed my own personal trading strategy, just to take more of me out of it and to put more emphasis on the actual market and what's going on in the market in real time. That's what you're going to learn, how to tell. I can't necessarily say how to tell, but how to see what's possibly going to happen in real time every single day, every single time. So that's what we're going to go over.
Nice. So let's, should we get your chart up there?
Yeah. Let's see here. I think it's this book. That's probably my mind. Turn screen share on. Okie doke. Oh, this is weird. I have a screen on both ends. All right, guys. So we have a chart of EURUSD.
Let me know if you can't see it in the comments, and it should pop up in a few seconds if you can't.
Everybody good? Can everybody see?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're good. Nobody's saying they can't see it. So yeah, let's get on with it, Andre.
Perfect. So here we have a 1 hour chart of EURUSD. I'm going to walk you through a live trade example that I took today. How I was able to take this trade in XYZ. There's two things you have to understand about the market. Everything that you possibly know about supply and demand trading is not true. Almost everything you may understand about the market isn't true. Now, I'm just going to go in depth and show you guys. Okay. Now me, I trade exclusively on the 5-minute chart. Now, live trade example from today. First off, let me explain you the rule of the market. Any market, anything that trades, there's a rule. Low volume rejects, high volume accepts. And price is attracted to areas where the market has spent time. So let me show you case in point what I mean. Let's actually go to a 30-minute chart. Right here, right? What most people would call a supply and demand zone, right? It's not. It's a low volume rejection area, right? Now, let's mark off this right here because, again, this is another area where supply and demand traders are going to try to counter trend. And guess what happened? They got blown out of the market, right? Because the market had lower objectives. And I can guarantee you, supply and demand traders, try it again right here. got excited about this candle right here, and the market said, oh no, not today, not doing that today, right? Why are they wrong, right? Why is that not, why did price not bounce there? Again, you have to understand that price is attracted to areas where it has spent time. There's a correlation. There's three things that are that correlate to price and price movement and why price moves. One is price, the other is volume, the other is time. If how you're trading right now does not, and I mean does not take into account all three of those, you have a very, I can't say you have a very low chance of success. The probabilities are not in your favor, right? We have to be able to decipher price, time, and some sort of volume, right? Now, I already know what someone's probably thinking. Oh, this is it's not futures data, so it's not real volume. I've heard that even from my own group. Now, why does this work? Tick data. Tick data is tied to volume in any source to the tune of 90 to 93%. It's the closest that you can get to volume. Most brokers hide tick data volume. Why? Because then if you know tick data, you've cracked the code, right, of why price moves. And that's one of the things with candlestick charts. Volume is a continuous flow. It's not spliced by time like candlestick chart trading is. So sometimes that means you can't wait for a candle to close. You wait for a candle to close, price is going to heavily go against you. And then the more risk you have to put on to even get into the market. Does that make sense? I'm just going to assume everybody's saying, yeah, that makes sense. So cool. Now let's get in. How do we read the mind of the market? Let's talk about what the market is at its core. At its absolute core, the market is nothing more than an auction. I've said this on one of my interviews with Cam. It's true. Also, price pushes to the less liquid side of the market. Another myth, supply and demand works because there's more buyers and sellers. That's not the case. It's not the case. There's never any more buyers and more sellers. There are more aggressive buyers or more aggressive sellers. If you've studied market delta, any kind of order flow, any type of number chart, you'd see it, right? It's about the aggressiveness of the buyers or sellers, not the number of them, because that's another fictitious thing. So let's make this chart bigger. Trade example that I took today. So what is the POC? POC is the point of, now there's multiple ways that I've heard this being traded. I'm not going to say any particular traders' names who kind of have it all wrong, right? We want to be trading, one, when we find a low volume area, we want to be trading it back into volume, one. Number two, now this trade here, and again, I know this is hindsight, so again, hindsight's always 20/20. This trade would have worked out, right? But what was the market ultimately reaching for? The market was ultimately reaching, it was moving to the less liquid side of the market. This move up was simply seeking sellers. How can you tell? This wick right here. The market's looking for sellers, right? Now, most traders are seeing this and they're buying. Cool, you're kind of correct if you're a scalper, right? Another typical candlestick pattern. Oh, let's buy. Oh my God, pin bar, let's buy. What happens? There's a lack of buying interest up here. This is an unfair price for a buyer or a seller, right? So then we get the absorption and then the market moves. Now, let me show you what I did around here today. All right, let's go to a 5-minute chart. Now, what did I do today? Do this. You have to be able to look at a distinct level, not in terms of the candlestick pattern, but in terms of what's going on right here. Now, you see this candle right here, right? We moved up and then we sharply moved back down. Moved up, moved down. Move up, move down. What are we doing? The wicks are actually telling you what's happening. The upward moving auction was looking for sellers, and it found it here, right? This bar right here tells you a high volume level. We found our sellers right here. This here was just a liquidity gap that filled. And again, my students, we go over liquidity gaps. I have videos in the Google Drive on them. This was just a liquidity gap that filled, right? Based off a liquidity void, kind of has a vacuum effect. Now, excuse me, this tells me that the upward moving auction was interrupted. Then by this, okay, cool. Now, what do we have? This candle, if you would agree with me, started off very, very bullish, then rejected. That's your clue right in here to get short.
Andre, I think I'm just having a look here at your chart and your mouse, and the mouse is like about 1 million miles away from where the actual stuff's being drawn on the chart.
Crosshairs work?
Yeah. So the crosshair lets us see where you're at. The mouse that I see on my video anyway is like 1 million miles away from where the action's actually happening. So
got it.
I just when you drew that box, I could see that it's not lined up. So you have to use the crosshairs.
Got it. So this candle right here, right, stopped. Next candle, stopped. This candle, stopped. And so every time we pushed up, the rally was sold into. So that's your clue to get short. And this is where I got short. Now, what do you want to be looking for? You want to be looking for areas of high volume as magnets. Price is magnetically drawn to places where it has spent time.
Crosshairs, fella.
So we have a point of control here, point of control here, a value area low here, value area high here, right? So since we're heading lower, my mind's going, okay, where's my next logical place for profit? Here, at the value area low. And if it keeps going, and I'm an aggressive trader. I had 5 positions on this. And I took it to the point, the POC, got out. Then whatever happened after that just kind of happened. But you can clearly see what happened with this upward moving auction right here. It sold into it. What happened here? Sold into it. This candle opened bullish, closed bearish, right? This in real time is telling you that the flows are going to the downside of the market. But you have to be able to not get emotional over this bullish candle right here and say, yep, we're going up, because we didn't. One of my mentors tells me when you think about getting into a trade, you should probably wait 5 to maybe 15 more minutes before you actually trade it. But I understand why he told me that, because again, every upward movement was pushed down, right? Smart money is selling into every single rally higher. What's retail traders doing based off this? Buying, right? Does this make sense so far?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Yep.
Okay, cool. And then again, more downward pressure. Now, you have to be able to measure, okay, how much room do I have between here and my next profit target? 29 pips, roughly 30 pips. That's a very good trade. Now, stock placement is going to all depend on your risk management, how much money's in your account, how much risk you're comfortable putting on. Me personally, and Cam can attest to this, my risk is very tight. So when I enter a trade right here, I'm looking at this high, you guys can't see my mouse. I'm looking at this high volume bar right here where the crosshairs is, and I'm putting my stops slightly above there. And I'm using volume as protection. So my stops will go right here, because if I'm wrong, I know that I'm wrong in a max of 9 pips, as opposed to putting my stop way up here. Because if you're wrong, that's a very good chance that we're coming back for this high. But you have to know that you're wrong sooner rather than later. Make sense so far?
It makes sense. And so I suppose how do people get the confidence that that the 9 pip stop instead of the one right at the sort of swing high is going to be well, I suppose it's going to be enough. How do they get that confidence?
You have to back test. Back test it. There's 2 things you can do: back test it, or go over a chart with some kind of volume profile indicator on it and see how price reacts. But you have to understand the theme of the market is low volume rejects. Like right here, we went back to value, and high volume accepts. That's
just we can't see the mouse.
Anywhere, anytime, anywhere, anytime. And again, low volume here. We came all the way back to value, right? Start of a new day. Here's the high of the day. We reject it. Right back to.
We need the crossies, mate.
Sorry, I'm screwing up. So low volume rejection here. Low volume rejection here. Where do we go? Here. Back to volume. Back to where price has spent the most time trading. Now, what do you do at this level? If you're a scalper, you can see this rally sold into, this rally sold into, this rally sold into, right? So we're probably going to go lower. And if you took this trade, again, a good 30 pip trade, but you have to be aware, excuse me, of what's happening, because these move in real time. So you get low volume, and as soon as you get the rejection, that's your clue to get out. So let's look at another chart. Does anyone have a particular pair they want me to go over?
Does anyone have a pair, guys, that you want Andre to analyze?
Don't be shy.
I was just going to say the other thing you could try is there's a little there's like a pencil at the top. I don't know if that you're able to use that. Can you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
At the top of the webinar thing, you can use a pencil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Let me just. Does that work? Can you see that?
I can see that, but Cam,
okay.
I can't use it because I'll screw up.
Yeah, it's probably too hard.
All right. I can't see the comments. Is anyone?
Okay, the comments. UJ is the one that everyone wants. So okay. 3 people want UJ.
Let's do UJ.
We got Sam, Shahandra, and Ian want UJ. It's incredible. How do they all? Did you guys just copy Shahandra? Anyway, let's do it. Let's do it with UJ.
All right. Let's go to my boring template. Here we go.
Crosshairs reminder.
Oh, thank you, because I forgot clearly.
What do the dark blue horizontal lines represent? Volume, maybe?
Yes.
This is Robert.
Yes, the dark blue lines. They're telling you the highest volume areas of this day. So, and then it extends a vertical line out and tells you where the high volume levels are here. And this is just effectively the range, the high of the valued range, the low of the valued range, and vice versa. So UJ, what a choppy pair today UJ was, but let's break it down. This is something I've been going over with the guys and gals in the chat room. Okay. Reading what's going on in the market. Starting off with what's going on to the left. The market's composed of nothing more than bids and offers. Nothing more. So look right here. See these wicks right here are telling you what? That offers are coming into the market. We come back here, the rally stops, offers are coming back into the market. Same thing, offers coming back into the market. And I'm reading this by the wicks, and I do this in real time every single day. Offers, a little bit of offers here too. So what you need to see, if you plan on buying this level, you need confirmation of bids turning to offers at any of these levels. So let's break down this one. If you can make sense of a choppy market, my God, you will be an unstoppable force. Make this a little bit bigger.
Sounds like you got WWF going on in the background there.
You know how my kids are. Well, my daughter.
The kids locked away in a room, are they?
That's the funny part. The door is closed. So, oh my goodness. I'll just draw another box.
So Baz has asked, how do you get that volume indicator on MT4?
It was gifted to me, and I actually give it to my students. So this one in particular, my mentor who works in prop straight up said, this is a really good indicator. Where'd you get it from? I didn't want to tell him. I didn't tell him. I just like, yeah, someone gave it to me. But yeah, a guy who I was working with in private gifted it to me, and I gifted it to my students.
So it's, guys, I've got to say, it is an amazing indicator. It like literally, you see price bounce off it time and time again. It's crazy.
Yeah, you have to be able to read the mind of the market, even without this indicator. And Cam has seen me do this without the indicator.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to train your eyes to see here. Offers coming in, offers. Some bid right here, right? Some bid right here.
We need the crosshairs, mate.
Love a monkey. Okay, so offers.
That's what happens when the TradingView account locks you out. We get these.
Yeah, I put my tab in like 30 times and it wasn't it. Some bid right in here. Offer. So bid flips to the offer. But again, you have to look left and see what you have. You have offers coming in here. So if you are buying, do not expect a breakout. Just save your freaking account and don't expect a breakout. So more offers, some more bids, and look, the same level, rejection, right? Back to where we have this cluster of bids and offers. Bids, offers, bids, offers, weak, some bid, bids, bids, bids. Okay. I'll share with you a secret technique. Now, one thing you can do if you're dead set on buying this, one, time of day. If you're doing this at a low volume time of day, you will get burned. You absolutely will get burned. That there. Okay. So if you were buying this, you need to see a close above the highest volume bar in the range. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. I love the 1 minute chart. Okay. Here we go. So we got to close right here above the high volume bar. And you have to look left. It's right here. Actually, it's right here.
Cross it. Oh, you done it right. You can't see. Yeah, we can see that.
Okay. So doing this without the indicator isn't hard either. You want to look for bids and offers, bids and offers, bids and offers, bids and offers, right? So if you triggered along here, you should understand.
We need to see it.
Yep, I know that. Yep. Triggering a trade based off of this bullish close above it, then you have to be aware that somewhere in here we're probably going to get a pullback, right? And if it registers a lower high, or again, it's telling you that the bids are coming in, you want to get long. And this is literally what I do every single day. So you get long and then you target an area of value. So you trigger your buy here based off this candle. Your area of value is 10 pips. This is perfect. This is perfect for me personally because I need at least 10 pips in order to even want to be into the market. And then where do I put my stop? Beneath the high volume bar.
Hang on. Oh yeah, look at that little line that's been drawn there, guys. You got to concentrate on it, but he's drawn it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
This high volume bar. Now, there's also a way, and I'm probably saying too much, but I don't care. You have to also be able to find volume injections diagonally. Here we go. Right here. This is another technique working on the inside price. And I'm doing the same thing that the indicator is doing. Let me get rid of these red lines. So again, working on the inside of a price range to identify your entry points. Excuse me, and it should give you this kind of price action here, and then you can get long. Now, the best way to get long off of these lines, and again, if anyone's interested in becoming a student, I will teach you how to draw these lines as well. We let the market come above, retest, close above the line, and go. Me, I'm aggressive. I'll get in. I'll literally get in right here, and I'll hold it. And as long as I don't get a bearish close beneath my line, I'm in here. I'm in there. And I'm going to stay in there. And let's do this on a higher time frame. All right.
Yeah, these lines are amazing, guys. Like literally just stupidly accurate. I mean, this is what I'm using and back testing at the moment.
Oops.
But they do take a little bit of time to understand. Well, it doesn't take long to understand how to draw them. It's just more practice and being able to draw them time and time again.
So here we go. Here's a line on the inside of price, and you can see price is magnetically drawn to this particular price area, right?
Yeah. Crosshairs, fella.
I know. I'm going to do one more upward moving interline.
Oh, yeah.
There we go, right there. Let's go to a 15-minute. Cool. So what probably happened just now is people probably got long UJ. Trump is speaking right now, so I hope no one's in any positions. But oftentimes what you see happens is this gives you an indication of trend continuation or trend reversal. Because you can see we approach the line, low volume, you're ahead of the game. Short, low volume, we're probably headed back to where we clustered before, which is right in here. But fundamentally, with the tariffs Trump just announced on steel and steel imports, the market doesn't like restrictions, so we're probably going to see further downside on UJ here. And if we break, what we'll end up seeing is break above, retest. And if you're familiar with supply and demand patterns, you'll see a rally-based rally. But now it looks like we dropped, we rally-based, and now we're dropping. And this is another way how you stay out of crap trades is you have to be able to look and see diagonal confluence, because I used this exact point right here, which comes up with this point. And now my crosshouse is frozen. This point, right? This point here. This inner line here broke for a second. gave us a run at the highs, but look, this is everywhere, guys. If there's one thing you need to master, is reading the mind of the market. The upward moving auction stopped here, stopped here. It definitely stopped here. So what can you do? Just put a box around it. Put a box around it, and you don't want to be buying up here unless you get a break, a retest, and then a continuation. Because this whole, even this whole wick right here, and if I drop it down to the base of this candle, you get a clean entry point. And then it's high. And here goes another inner line right here. So if you're not aggressive, you can wait until price comes back underneath this line and you can take your shorts, or wait for the retest, take your short. So guys, that's how you read the mind of the market. You have to look and say, okay, where did price stop? Like here, right here, the drop, they bought the dip, right? And again, this is how you can analyze what's happening. Here's another level right here. The market has a memory, people. This tap right here gets above the inner line, comes toys around here, because why? I know for a fact that algorithms use these exact lines. This is why they're so reactive. So again, much like a high volume level like this, we get that kind of consolidation choppiness around here too. Then we continue up into here. I'm going to open it up for questions for about 15 minutes because I do have an appointment to get to. So let's get interactive. Ask me some questions.
Any questions, guys? I mean, look, if I've asked Andre hundreds of questions, so
and if I don't know the answer, I'll find it out, and then I'll give it to you. If I can't answer your question, I'll seek out the answer, and I'll. If you have a question that I cannot answer, leave me your email address or email me at andre@chartartisttrading.com, and I'll find the answer. So go ahead, shoot while you got time.
And trust me, this, like, when you can actually see Andre's mouse moving alongside the what he's drawing on the screen and stuff, it's 100 times better. And you know, that's what I get, you know, pretty much once a week. Here we go. They're coming through now, right? So can you see the questions, Andre, or do you need me to read them out to you?
Anything.
Okay, so explain the red lines again, please.
Okay, so
Ulrich.
Alrighty, cool. So these, they're average price lines. That's all they are. Why do these work? I had the pleasure of having a conversation with a very high up there trader, and he told me that the majority of traders are trading mean reversion, right? And I knew about these lines, and I wasn't trading them. Then I met a gentleman, through a gentleman who trades for, he trades for pretty powerful people, and this is all he uses, is these inner lines on the inside of price. And that's why I started using. My mentor kept saying, Andre, are you using volume? I'd say, no. Andre, are you using the median lines? No. And then when I saw the gentleman who sent me his analysis use them, I said, yeah, I'm an idiot. I need to use these as well. So you're ignoring the obvious points, which are most people trade off of higher highs, off the highest highs and the lowest lows. That's not where the volume comes in. The volume comes in just slightly beneath the highest highs and the lowest lows. So they're literally just average price lines, literally, like that's all they are. But they work wonderfully, really, really wonderfully. I mean, you guys are seeing the one right now on the hourly, and UJ's going lower. So they work just freaking beautifully.
Cool. Another one from Sam. So Sam's asking, can you explain a little more about how you can see the volume injections without the volume profile?
Wix.
Using Wix. And I've got to say, guys, I mean, like I do, it was about 2 weeks ago.
Right here. Wix.
2 weeks ago, Andre
rallied up, sold into. It's a game to these guys. So you guys got to learn how to play the game yourselves.
Yeah, it's funny because 2 weeks ago, I could see the volume profile on my chart. Andre couldn't, and he's drawing a line saying this is where the value area is, and it was literally to the point pip, of where the line was on the indicator. I was like, that's just crazy, mate. How on earth did you pick that?
I was at my mom's, and I didn't have my where I'm sitting at now, so I had my laptop because I knew we had to do a session, but. Okay, so dang long, it's hard to not pick it up.
So Wix was the answer to that one. So the next one is what does POC mean when you mentioned it before?
Well, repeat the last part.
What does it mean?
Point of control. It's the highest volume for that particular period. So let me zoom in. It's point of control. This one is for 3-6. So this was from the 6, this high volume area here that we just stopped at. So that was what, 2 days ago. So yeah, it tells you the highest volume, the volume point of control for this day. And these are typically magnets and targets for price.
Next one's from Dave. So it sounds like your system would work on any market. Is that correct?
Yeah, don't tell anyone. I've been trading oil with this.
Oh, have you?
I didn't even know that. I've been trading that.
No.
I've been trading oil with it. But again, on Wednesdays, I'm watching for the inventories on oil as well. I mean, killer short yesterday on WTI. Inventories were low. I was like, yep, shorting this baby. Oh yeah.
And you've even been doing cryptos as well. So you've done a video for cryptos. I need to get up on the side at some point. Next one's from Ian. How do you become a student?
Visit chartartisttrading.com. It's just one flat payment. I'll mentor you forever.
Unlimited. Just chucked a link up as well, guys. If you want to click on that, you can get on
sessions. Just because, man, it pisses me off. And Cam knows this too, and a couple of my students know this too. All these groups out here are selling you hopes and dreams. Oh, it's easy. If you see anyone with an 8-9 figure MT4 account, they're full of shit. Oops, sorry. It is what it is. They're full of it because MT4 can't handle 8 and 9 figures. It's BS. So if you see any of that on social media, run. MT4 gives you this really ugly error sound once you hit a certain amount of money in your account, and you just can't get a fill. You can't get a fill. So you see these 250 lot traders, they're full of it.
Alfred's asked, the volume is traded CFD from your broker.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, Alfred. Maybe reword the question, or does it make sense to you?
Depends on what he's getting at. Again, your broker is not going to show volume, right? They literally legally they probably cannot show you volume, right? But tick data is the key to volume, and if you have tick data, you will also begin to understand that volume is a continuous thing, it's not spliced by time. It's just injection here, injection here, injection here.
So we've got Shahandra. Sorry, have you got more on that one, Andre?
I'll talk forever.
Yeah, I know you've only got 15 minutes, so I was wanting to make sure we get through all the questions. Shahandra sort of asked about how do you draw the volume areas again without the indicator? How do you recognize them on your chart? So the answer to that was Wix, using the Wix.
Lower Wix, just meet you. If they're meeting, there's value there value for buyers and sellers. The price has to be advantageous for buyers and sellers. If anyone's interested in becoming a student, there's a book that I've been reading every night that I'll give to anyone who does come on board to learn more about the auction process of the market. It's a very good book.
And it looks like the last question, unless anyone else wants to lob in one last minute, but Baz is asking, you mentioned 3 things that you need to have in your trading: volume, time, and one other. What was it? Volume, time, and one other.
I'm drawing a brain fart. Okay.
You mentioned 3 things that you need to have in your trading.
Volume, how did I forget? Price. It's price, time, and volume.
Price, time, and volume. Okay. Your price, pretty much the obvious thing, isn't it? It's the only other thing on the chart.
Yeah, price, time, and volume.
Cool. All right, folks, I think that's it for the questions.
Yeah, sorry. It just gives you a 3-dimensional aspect of the market, and time is also a big indication of bigger amounts of volume, but volume can fail. So
Dave and Lena worked it out. Price, both of them got it right. All right, folks, that's it.
No more questions. I got like 10
oh, here we go. What's your email again? Azrael.
What's my email? Andre, ANDRE @chartartisttrading.com. Guys, I got 10 more minutes. If you want to go, you want to talk, let's talk. If not, I'll leave.
What session do you like to trade? What session do you like to trade?
Oh, man, I don't care. But realistically, I used to trade London, and then I started walking around. Like, London is amazing, but then I'm in California, so I'm walking around half my day like a zombie, sleeping until like noon. So I had to give up London. But right now, it's just when the cash market opens, and oh, look at that drop in UJ. Sorry, I'm a nerd. NY is my session in Asia. I've also found that a lot of the crosses. Here's another myth. Don't trade the crosses. Crosses are freaking amazing. Like Euro AU, dude, I absolutely smash Euro NZD, Euro AUD, Pound AUD. Dude, the crosses are amazing if you understand this concept. You can get some pretty killer trades.
You got Lennon here asking, what pairs do you trade?
Everything you see at the bottom of my screen.
We can't. Oh, right. Can we see that? It's a little bit blurred out on mine, but
Euro, gold,
oh, here we go.
Okay, cable, key, pound yen. I don't trade USD franc much, but I use it as the leading indicator for euro and cable. Euro CAD, Euro AUD, Euro NZD. I've also been trading with Heikinashi candles as well. So this works. This works with Heikinashi or candlesticks. So
Kudzai says London session. Yeah, exactly. Kudzai.
I'll see you tomorrow.
We both had a chat to Kudzai. London. So he's a student. London session. Do you wait for the open or you trade pre-market?
A little bit both. If I'm around my computer. We're gonna leave in a second. So, God damn it! What happened? Oh no, I stay away from opens. Why? Auction process. Stay away from opens, and I've done that for a while. I don't trade the opens. It's kind of a circus, right? Because everyone's chasing that initial move, and typically at the open, the move reverses because it's, again, price pushes to the less liquid side of the market. So,
Ulrich's got one. What time frames are you working with?
I do the highest time frame I look at is the 1 hour. I am fixated on the 5-minute chart because I don't want to miss my entries. Or 1 minute. I love the 1 minute. I'll get in on the 1 minute as well. So don't be scared of the 1 minute, guys.
Sam's got one here. Can you show us another example of one of your trades and you're thinking about it?
I'll just show you my trading group. How's that? That'll be easier.
Yeah, check up the Slack group.
Okay, I gotta find my mouse.
Maybe your mouse will start working again. Who knows?
Hopefully. Wait, I'm looking. Oh, okay. You know why the mouse is doing that? Because it's on the other screen. Okay, can you guys see the Slack group?
we can only see your traders way demo account.
I was just making sure you guys knew. Hold on. Turn screen share off. Turn screen share on. Okay. Do you see Slack?
Yep.
Sweet. Shut up, Slack. I do what I want. There's some Haikanashi, blah, blah, blah. But you guys want. There's my buddy Dan. Dan, if you watch this, I love you, buddy.
So that's Dan who was on episode 130 last week.
This is Glenn.
So if you haven't heard his episode, you can hear from him in detail. But he's in the group. He posts pretty much every single day. And yeah, all of his charts, all of his setups. And the guy just nails it. Here we go.
Here goes an entry signal here. Same thing I was telling you guys, use that high volume bar as support and or resistance and trade it. That's one. I have some charts in here that I actually
got three more questions, I think, coming here. So can you trade the major indexes from Baz again?
I am probably going to start trading DAX. DAX is amazing and it's inverse euro.
Ian, hang on, let's go back to the. How well does it work on gold?
Oh man, any pair, anytime. Here we go. Here's and this is what I do a lot of times too, is I'll annotate the chart. I didn't take the screenshot of the trade, but here goes that inner line here. Here goes the games being played of the bullish run being short into. And so I shorted, and then I targeted this inner line, and then right after it went even lower. So I should have held that short. So I do all this kind of stuff in the group too, just so you guys can get, you can get just insight into my thinking.
It's like it's a constant stream of stuff you can learn, guys. Trust me, it is like an amazing group that Andre's managed to create. So we've got a couple more here, but hopefully we can get through them. Are the inside trend lines drawn through so they pass through the average points of price swings?
Yes. There's a specific way to do it. Again, I'll teach my students, but again, if you have any questions or any more specifics, just email me, Andre at chartartistrading.com, and I'll give you some pointers. Okay,
and Ian's just said, can you email him about information about being a student? Guys, there's a link up. Actually, it's a buy now link, but if you go to chartartisttrading.com, you can get access to the more information about what everything entails. But yeah, Ian, Andre will flick you an email. I'll forward that onto Andre so he doesn't miss it. Righty ho, are you sort of done for the day? I mean, are you off? Where are you off to now?
My son looks like a human tree. I need to go. I'm going to get his haircut.
Oh, okay.
My son looks horrible right now, and my daughter's running a fever, so I'm going to run her to my mom's, and I'm going to run him to get a haircut, and I'm going to come back and probably smash Asia. And UJ is still going down. I wonder if anyone took that short.
We've got Ulrich loves the DAX, and so does Baz. They love the DAX. So, you know, guys, Dan Chung, he trades the DAX, something chronic.
Kills it daily. But yes, thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate you guys and your time. I hope this was informative. I'm going to try to do these twice a month, give you guys some value. Even if you don't become students, it's not a big deal. I just think people spend their hard-earned money on BS. Why not spend a little bit of money and actually learn some truth? And it's just kind of my way of giving back, because I know trading is difficult, it's lonely, and it kind of sucks, right? Navigating your way through the market. So Cam, thank you for even allowing me to speak to an audience. I never thought little old me be able to even do this. So I appreciate you, Cam.
No, cheers, man. It's been it's fantastic having you on. Every time you get on the screen, and it just unravels the market for me, and hopefully these other guys out there are picking up this knowledge as well. And if people do choose to come on board, then trust me, guys, it is an absolute wealth of knowledge that you're going to open up your mind to, and it's stuff that you don't see on the forums and stuff.
The inner language is true.
Drawing it out. Look, price is bouncing off it. Funny that.
And comes back, it's another good sell. But yeah, again, no magic. Just algos are reacting, but it's an awkward time of day. We're going into rollover, so I do have to leave.
Okay. All right, Andre, we're going to end up there, guys. So thanks for coming along to this, and there will be a replay up, assuming this thing's recorded properly, which it should do. It did it for me last week. So guys, check out the replay if you get a chance, or else I'll see you in the Slack group. And for those members that are here, I'll definitely see you guys in the Slack group. So and check out the episode coming up today. It's getting launched in a few hours, and if you're a pro member, you're going to get to hear the whole thing. And the survey, be sure to fill it in. All right, folks, I'm ending the call now. Thanks, Andre.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.